Hi guys, Zach here with another Command & Conquer Red Alert video. In this game I'm playing a 3v3 match on the map Arena Valley Extreme, and I'm starting in the top left corner. You can just see me moving down a bit there. It's just so I can get a bit closer to the ore patches I'm going to expand to after this first ore patch. My next Twitch stream is going to be on Thursday night. My Twitch name is Zach the Reaper 1, and on my Twitch stream what I usually do is I just do a series of quick matches. Most of all that's the ladder matches, 1v1s. So in this match there's two of my opponents, I don't know who they are. There's one they're the ones in the bottom left and the bottom middle. I do know the player on the bottom right, so he's at the other side of the map to me, and I know he's called Kai William, and I know he does like to go for, sometimes he sends a few infantry at the start to try and destroy the small power plants. I don't think he'll do that to me because I'm not in the right place, but he does like to send small groups of tanks to try and destroy construction yards, and he does quite often send them across the map, so not necessarily to the base just above him. So I'm going to have to be very careful. I'm just sending those infantry down, get some of the map. You can see I spread the infantry out before I sent them down just so I could uncover more of the map so I have more visibility. And two of them actually got into his base, which is very, very good because it's going to give me a good idea of what this player's like and give me a bit more information which I can use to decide whom I'm going to attack first. Right, so you can see his ore refinery is quite a little bit away from the ore, so that's not really very good because it's going to mean his ore trucks are going to have to spend longer travelling. You can see how I've moved my base a bit downwards so I can spread to this next ore patch, because of course expansion is very, very important in this game, especially on this map. You've got lots of ore patches, but if you stay at the same one, it'll just get used up. Yeah, and I'm just keeping a good eye on that orange player because if he doesn't start up too quickly, I'm probably going to go for the bottom right, simply because he goes for construction yards and he could take out my allies, he could take out mine if we're not careful. So for instance, if I go to attack orange right now, he might see that, come across and take out my construction yard while I'm out my base. So I'm probably going to try and do what he usually does to me against him. I'm going to take a small group of tanks as long as no one else looks like they're about to attack. And you can see orange, they've got one tank there at the moment, and of course they'll be building more, but I've got a lot more tanks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this group of tanks. By the way, if you want to control just a single group, you can always press control and then a number, and it sort of creates a hotkey, so you could just press like 1, 2 or 3 to select the same group. Right, so I'm going to the bottom right. Hopefully bottom middle won't attack in the meantime. And red might have already gone to attack someone else, possibly. Oh, and we see orange up there. I didn't see that. So orange have actually created another MCV. Probably what part of the reason they were very slow in building up the tank numbers early on. So they've gone for a second construction yard quickly. It can be a decent tactic if it goes smoothly to build more construction yards. It does leave you vulnerable early on, but it means you can build things quicker, especially your refineries, which can stabilise your economy, and then you can build a lot of tanks. So I've took out his construction yard, I've took out one of his war factories, so his building speed's probably going to be half the speed it was before. I probably in hindsight should have taken out his power plants, but I just lost momentum before I could take out the second war factory. He had a bit more. He had quite a few tanks there, so he's been weakened a lot, so that's going to make it a lot easier for us. And we do know that orange also have another base over there, and we can see there. So now it's time to have a look at fighting either orange or green, who are in the bottom middle. I haven't seen much from bottom green at the moment. They've got a few tanks there. We'll just destroy those. We certainly don't want them to expand into the middle. Right, they're running away. All I'm doing there is I'm just trying to protect this middle section. I'm probably in like the right, so green do have a few tanks. I am going to fight this, and you can see I have greater numbers, so this is going to... I should do this, and you can see they're not quite moving the tanks round that much. Although it does get harder, the more tanks you have, the harder it is to move them around. And you can see my allies in the middle, they've built artillery. Artillery do a lot of damage per shot, but they wouldn't be my first choice. They do have very little armour, so they do fall apart a little bit easier. I'm also going to get a radar dome just so I can see what's going on. Because I'm just, at this point, I'm just worried about orange attacking up the left-hand side. If they come now, I won't be able to see them, so I'm just going to get a radar dome down. It does help it a lot more in multiplayer matches.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir.
I know some people ask me why I don't build a radar dome as early, but...
Awaiting order. Affirmative.
Right, so we've got orange now, and you can see they've got... I'm going to have to squash those infantry as well. They can make a big difference. Right, and we can see orange are actually doing quite well now that they've got that second construction yard. They've looks like they're building up, they're massing tanks, and I could actually lose this. I might have underestimated them a bit here, because this fight doesn't look... they look like they're possibly getting the upper hand, especially because they came from both sides. Sort of got sandwiched in the middle, so I've got my allies here, yellows. I am happy to see them at the moment. Yeah. So we've got quite a lot of artillery. We can see we've got the upper hand now. And I can see that red are coming across, so I'm going to have to go back to my base. I'm going to have to trust my allies to finish that. We're in a good position, but I do need to get back to my base, because red are just going to rip through it at the moment if I don't defend. And I might go for my construction yard. I haven't built a service depot, so I am going to need... I can't really afford to lose my construction yard, because I won't be able to build any more buildings. And as I said earlier, red aren't scared to go across. They do come across and attack other people a lot of the time. It just gives element of surprise. And we can see that pink have used this opportunity in their radar to go and attack red. So I think red can't survive this. So I just need to survive against red until pink have destroyed the buildings. And I should be able to defend no problem against this. Yeah, he's only got one tank left. I'm repairing it. And yellow is up there to help me as well. Right, so now we can focus on the allies. Now, looking at my radar dome, I can see that pink, they do look like the base looks very sparse. So I don't know if they've lost construction yards and other buildings. I can't really see much movement around them, so I don't know if they've got ore refineries as well, so we're going to need to... It might just be a 2v2 match at the moment after pink... if pink lose the tanks there, you can see the fighting with orange at the moment, but... yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Right, so what I'm going to do at the moment is I'm just going to go straight down the middle. I can see that they've got... Green have got an ore refinery in the middle, so I want to get rid of that straight away. I really don't want them getting established in the middle, because that's the main ore patch. And we're just going to fight downwards at the moment. We can see that pink have lost the tanks there now, so that fight's over. And orange are here. Yeah, I think there's a few more tanks than I thought there was going to be, so I'm going to have to pull back for now, because when you bottleneck yourself, it means you can only send a few tanks in at a time, and yeah, if I send them down there, they're going to get ripped apart. It would have been a good way to lose all my tanks. Right, I can see that sort of orange has split this group, probably accidentally by tracking, but I'm just going to use this opportunity to get a few tank kills. Yeah, I can't see any movement around pink base, so I think they're out of it pretty much at the moment. They've just got a few buildings left. Right, I'm just going to take that ore refinery. or not. I mean, it doesn't make that much difference at this stage. There's not much ore left in this patch anyway. But I think Orange will be getting most of the ore from the other base now. So, yeah, we're just going to fight our way down. We can see that Yellow, I think, are going to attack at the other side. Yeah, and this is a much harder fight than I expected. I did underestimate Orange a bit at the start. As soon as they got that extra MCV down, they have really come alive. Right, so yeah, I'm just I do have the numbers advantage at the moment. Tanks over them. It depends if Green come to help. I think Green are fighting with Yellow at the moment, so I do have to finish this as quickly as possible, because if Green beat Yellow, then they could come across and attack my base, which is undefended at the moment. But looking good. Yeah, you can see Orange, they do have a lot of construction, a lot of war factories. They probably wouldn't have been on full production, but they certainly wouldn't be lacking building speed, that's for sure. And in longer matches, it is definitely extra construction yards are the way to go. I should have probably built one maybe this match. Right, and we can see that Yellow are in a fight against Green, so hopefully I can get this done quickly. And this has turned into a pretty hard fight, but we've just got it done now. They do have a base at the other side, so I will need to go through Green. I don't know if, right, and Orange have given up now, so it's just Green left. And that's it, that's the end. Right, thanks for watching the video, hope you enjoyed it.